Okay, so I had a realization recently, and honestly, this realization irritated me a little bit because now I can't unsee it. I've realized that for a long time, I've been obsessed with destinations. Like the future versions of me, the dream life, the successful version, the everything finally works out version. And I kept thinking, once I get there, everything's gonna click. Meanwhile, current me is laying in the bed, watching motivational videos, eating snacks like I'm not the one responsible for getting myself there. Like, no, seriously though. Like, I've realized something. Goals sound beautiful. Vision boards are cute. Manifestation is cute. But goals by themselves do not change your life. Systems do. Because if your everyday life doesn't support where you're trying to go, you're just emotionally visiting your future. You're not building it. There's nothing going on. And I think that for a long time, I relied way too much on motivation. Like, one good day would have me convinced my whole life changed. I'd wake up early one time, journal one time, go to the gym one time, and suddenly in my head, I'm basically already successful. Meanwhile, 2 days later, I'm confused why I fell off again. And honestly, I don't even think the issue was laziness. I think I was addicted to the feeling of inspiration because inspiration feels productive. Planning feels productive. Thinking about your future self, that feels productive. But eventually, you have to close the Pinterest boards and actually live different. You have to live differently. And that's the part nobody can do for us. The regular days, the repetitive days, the days where nothing dramatic happens, but you still show up. And this is the realization that really changed the way I see my whole life right now. My current reality is funding my next reality. Let that sink in. And when I realized that, something in my head or something in me shifted. It softened. Because instead of constantly resisting where I currently am, I started looking at my life differently. Like, maybe this season isn't punishment. Maybe it's preparation. And honestly, I had to stop acting like my current situation was beneath me while simultaneously expecting to fund my future dreams. Like, girl, be serious. You cannot hate the bridge that's carrying you somewhere. And I think a lot of us do this. We become so obsessed with the next chapter that we completely disrespect the season we're currently in. And then we wonder why we feel disconnected from ourselves. So, this is what we're doing now. We're building systems, not fake hustle culture, not wake up at 4 a.m. and suffer energy. I mean, actual supportive systems. Systems that help us become stable. Systems that support peace. Systems that support the version of us we keep talking about. For me, that means showing up consistently, creating even when the views are low, moving my body even when I don't feel like it, following through even when nobody's clapping yet. Those are my systems. Because I realized something. Confidence isn't built by imagining a different life. Confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. And that just really hit me hard. Because every time I say I'm going to do something and don't, I teach myself not to trust me. But every time I follow through, even in small ways, I become more grounded. And I think that's the part we skip. We want the outcome, but we don't want the repetition. We want the dream life, but not the identity building phase. And honestly, I'm not even chasing motivation anymore, because motivation is actually kind of dramatic. One minute you're inspired, next minute you're questioning your entire existence because one thing went wrong. I don't want emotional extremes anymore. I want rhythm. I want steadiness. I want to become someone who moves regardless of mood. And I think that's real self-respect. Not forcing yourself, not punishing yourself. Just quietly becoming someone you can rely on. So, yeah. That's the realization I had recently. I think I spent a lot of time focusing on the destination instead of building a life that could actually carry me there. And honestly, that realization changed me, because now I'm less focused on proving something and more focused on creating systems that support the life I say I want. And maybe that's what becoming actually is. Not one dramatic transformation, just small decisions repeated consistently until your life finally starts matching your vision. So that's what we're doing now. No more emotionally visiting our future. We're building it slowly, calmly, and for real this time. See you in the next one.